Hello all! If you submitted work for Module 1, you should now see a grade and some feedback posted on D2L. The points and grade breakdown look like this, and you can see the syllabus for more information about how I'll calculate final grades. You can revise and resubmit any of the modules for class. This was Module 1, and we have 7 total. I'll expect better, stronger, more robust work in the upcoming modules, and I'll also expect explicit links to, and by that I mean references to, quotes from, examples from, the readings in our upcoming module work. I'll always provide a grade and comment on D2L, but if you're thinking, for instance, of including any of your work from class in your professional portfolio and you want more comments, let me know. As for revising, you have until the end of the semester, that is Wednesday, December 16th at noon Eastern, to submit revised work. That said, I'd suggest if you want to revise a module, consider doing it right away while the work and my comments are fresh in your mind. There's a revised work Dropbox on D2L inside the syllabus, activities, modules, and Dropboxes folder, and that's where you could submit any revised work anytime during the semester. I wanted to share with you some of the excellent work produced for Module 1, and we'll start with a who and why, or what organization or company you focused on and why. This author chose Bombus, I just realized I've never said that out loud, saying she was given a pair and have purchased them ever since and was curious to know about their branding, logos, design, and overall communications. This person chose BarkBox because they love dogs and was interested as to how one company handles multiple product lines. This author chose Detroit Pit Crew, a nonprofit pit bull rescue org out of Detroit, and was interested in how the nonprofit shares their brand identity. As for what documents you chose and why, here are a few examples. This person chose Impression 5, a hands-on science museum in downtown Lansing, and gathered a handful of interesting documents, including their strategic planning report, a newsletter, and some web and social media content. The big chunk of Module 1 was your analysis of specific visuals you came across in the documents you collected. This author chose to focus on one webpage from Ford Motor Company's main website and annotated the different visuals on just this one page. The author focused specifically on one visual, a black box with "We are committed to racial and social justice" in white text. And the author argued in the analysis that the visual shows ethos and Ford's commitment to racial and social justice, and it anchors them as a company with good ethics. This author focused on a fashion brand, and one of the images they analyzed was this black and white photo of stacked fabrics in a factory. The author argued that the photo provides consumers a sense of genuine reality. The brand showcases the place where the clothes are actually made, not just photos of the clothing itself, which is an interesting move. This author chose Patagonia as their focus, and one of the visuals they analyzed was this. And they eloquently argued that the image represents the company's sentiment of wanting to move forward in anti-racist directions while recognizing the mountains as breadth of the problems that already exist. The last requirement of the assignment was to offer some conclusions about what you gathered, what you saw, and what you analyzed. And this author wrote that observing the Detroit Pit Crew website provided more forms of communication than the author expected. And the author says every single link, image, and photo is a stylistic choice and its own form of communication, used to enhance the viewer's experience and convince them to support the organization. The organization creates ethos by establishing credibility through specifically the before and after photos of the dogs that have been rescued. To turn to a few overall comments, each module assignment is a roadmap of what I'm asking you to do, and I will always share for every module example student work. If you ever have questions, please ask. And I'll admit Module 1 is maybe the most complex in terms of sequence and steps and requirements. Generally, in any piece of writing you ever produce, you want to establish focus and flow across the writing. And finally, in one way you can establish this flow, and some of you absolutely nailed this, if you're conducting an analysis, it's best to adopt and introduce a specific approach and then shape your entire document around that approach for rhythm, flow, and consistency. Again, if you have any questions about my comments or about revising Module 1, please let me know. We're going to jump into Module 2 this week.